Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss electron gas. Electron gas is a statistical term used for metal because the free electron in metal behave similarly to the molecule of a gas. So that is why a metal is regarded as electron gas and its properties are calculated using Fermi-Dirac statistic. You know that the Fermi-Dirac statistic is applicable to the family of fermion, and fermion are those particles which have spin equal to half, 3 half, 5 half, and so on. And electron fall under this category of fermion. So that is why the properties of metal are calculated using Fermi-Dirac statistic. Now, according to the Pauli exclusion principle, two electrons with opposite spin can occupy the same energy state. That is, the energy state is doubly degenerate. So, we can write the degeneracy of the energy state by equation number 1. And this equation number 1 is derived from this equation which we had already derived while discussing the Max-Boltzmann velocity distribution. So here you see that we have 2 pi v and here we have 4 pi v, mean this equation has been multiplied by 2 because of the doubly degenerate state of the electron energy states. Now we have some terms are constants, so if we collect all those constant and call it A, so we can write equation number 1 as this one. Now this shows that the degeneracy increase with the square root of energy. So as we are going toward the higher energy state, the degeneracy of the energy state increases. This you can see from the atom as well, because the lower energy level is K shell, where you have one energy state, the S, so that is a non-degenerate. When you go to the higher energy level L, so it has S and T energy state. Similarly, if you go to the next energy level, the M, so it has S, P and D energy state. It means that when you go to the higher energy level, so the degeneracy go on increasing, and this increase in degeneracy is associated with the square root of energy. Now using the Fermi-Dirac distribution function, we can write delta n E is equal to this one, where delta n is the number of particles and the energy state E, and delta GE is the degeneracy of the energy state. Now if you put the value of G in this equation number 4, which were on the previous slide, so we can write delta n E as this one, given by equation number 5. Now the total number of particles will be equal to the sum of all these particles and the energy state E. So if you put the value of delta n E from equation number 5, so we have this one. Now the electron energy state are very closely associated with each are very closely spaced, and they are very numerous in number, so we have to replace this sigma by integration. So we have this relation for the total number of particles given by equation number 6. Now we have to solve this integration. However, solution of this integration is quite complicated. However, we have an expansion known as the Sommerfeld expansion, from where we can calculate the chemical potential from this equation number 5 as given by this equation number 7. So you see that this chemical potential is associated with EF, where EF is known as the Fermi energy and is also associated with temperature. Now if we take this equation number 7 at absolute temperature at T is equal to 0, then the chemical potential is equal to the Fermi energy. So if you remember, when we were discussing the Fermi-Dirac distribution function, so we said that the chemical potential at absolute 0 is known as the Fermi energy. So that was actually obtained from this relation number 7. Now from equation number 4, if we put mu equal to the Fermi energy, so what you can write, delta n0 is equal to this one, because this 0 is actually about the absolute temperature. So the number of particles at the absolute temperature are given by equation number 8. Now we have to discuss different cases. The first case, for example, if we are talking about the energy level lower than the Fermi energy at absolute 0. So in that case, this ratio will be equal to minus infinity, and in that case, this exponential of this ratio will be equal to 0. So if this is 0, from here, so if this is 0, so delta n0 is equal to delta GE. What does that mean? That the number of particles at the absolute 0 are exactly equal to the number of the energy state, and these are the energy state below Fermi energy. And we know that fermion, there could be only one particle in one energy state. So if the number of particle is exactly equal to the number of energy state, it means that all the energy state are fully occupied. So it means that at all the energy state at t is equal to 0 below the Fermi level are fully occupied. There is no unoccupied energy state below the Fermi energy at absolute 0. Now we can talk about the energy level at energy is above Fermi level. So at absolute 0, when we talk about the energy state at above Fermi level, so this comes out to be infinity, and of course this also comes out to be infinity. So if we put it here, so delta n0 is equal to 0. It means that all the energy state at absolute 0 above the Fermi level are completely empty. Now what about the situation at the Fermi energy level? So the Fermi energy level at any temperature. So this ratio is equal to 0, and if this ratio is equal to 0, so the exponential is equal to 1, and if you put this is equal to 1 in this equation, so we see that delta n is equal to half delta G, or delta n divided G is equal to half. This is the total number of particle divided by total number of energy state is equal to half. It means that at Fermi level, at any temperature, the Fermi level is 50% occupied. So this is for example, if we have 5 particles and we have 10 energy state, so we will have 5 divided by 10 is equal to half. It means that the Fermi level at any temperature is 50% occupied, and this you can see from this graph as well. For example, this blue line is for absolute 0. So when you are at the Fermi level, by EF is equal to 1, it means that E is equal to the Fermi energy. So below the Fermi level, all the energy states are fully occupied. You see here, this ratio is equal to 1. And when you go to a high temperature, for example 300 Kelvin, which is room temperature, so you see here that the state below the Fermi energy level go on decreasing, or you can say that there is an excitation from the state below the Fermi level to the state above the Fermi level. So here the area below this line actually represent the total number of particles. So here the number of particles in this area decreases. So this is the decrease in number of particles, and this decrease in number of particles appear here as increase in the number of particles in the energy state above the Fermi level. Similarly, if you increase the temperature to 600 C, so you have more and more excitation from the energy state below the Fermi level to the energy state above the Fermi level. But you see that the occupation probability or the number of particles per energy state is always equal to half. So if you go to further high temperature, so this curve will go like this. At any temperature, the curve will pass through this value 0.5, which is equal to the half. So it means that at any temperature, the Fermi level is 50% occupied. Now we are going to calculate expression for the Fermi energy level for energy, and that could be obtained from this condition. In the previous slide, you see that the energy level at absolute zero below the Fermi level are completely occupied. So it means that if we calculate all the number of particles below the Fermi level at absolute zero, so that will be equal to the total number of particles, because the energy state above the Fermi level are empty. So and we know that all the energy stars are completely occupied, so the number of particles is equal to the number of energy states, and for the energy state is given by this relation, and we know that the energy states are very closely spaced and they are numerous in number, so we can replace this sigma by this integral. Now you can put this a outside this integral sign, and then you can integrate this. So this is 3 by 2 EA, or 2a and 2 divided by 3. Now you can rearrange this. If you can rearrange this and put the value of a, so you will have EA equal to this value given by equation number 12. So you can see that the Fermi energy level only depends upon the number of particles per unit volume, and you know that the number of electron per unit volume for each metal is different. That is why the Fermi energy for every metal will be different from each other. So this was all about the Fermi energy, Fermi level, and these are all associated with the metal, and we describe these quantities in terms of the concept of electron gas. So next topic is about the Bose-Einstein statistic. Okay, thank you so much.